Hello everybody, and this is our second class, and it's devoted to the chaos theory, and we will discuss how to lead at the edge of chaos. First of all, could you please show my slides? Yeah, and you see this picture, it's I tried to find the picture which helps us to imagine the situation where current businesses have to operate. So it's really hard to predict what's going on and what will happen next day, next month, next year. And this is the main idea of this class. So the class outline includes first, why do we need to know this chaos theory approach and complexity adaptive system approach. Why do we need this? Because we already know, management by objectives, we know organizational structure, we know how to do project management. What is this, all this about? Why do we need this? The second, the body of this class is formula of leading at the edge of chaos. And as you see, this formula includes three components. It's me who kind of made this formula, and I made this formula on the base of almost 2 years of work on this class. On the final presentation, on the final slides, which you can see now, I made maybe 4 months, just step-by-step crafting from, tiny piece of information where I could find, everywhere. But I started to think about this 2 years ago when I found that management, which I teach and which I know pretty well, works for some organizations and doesn't work for another. So I found that we need something new. And I started my research, and as a result of this research, we have these formulas. So, leading at the edge of chaos includes first, understanding change management, and of course, be able to manage change. Second is chaos management. And the third is management in living system, or in other words, is learning from adaptive living system, learning from nature. And after each of these 3 parts, I will provide some ideas for implications. What we can do with this in our particular organizations. So this is our class outline, and let's go. First, why? Everything, and as you know, everything what we do in management and in leadership is determined by external or internal environment. We make our choice of this or that approach because we have to, because we understand that it is the right choice of this, considering something was going on around, outside of organization or inside of this external environment. Tom Peters calls this an era of unprecedented uncertainty. And this is now. It's not about 50s. It's not about 60s. It's about now. The problem is that many textbooks are based on the concepts which were made in 60s, 70s, and 80s. And it's still wonderful models. I love them. I love this concept, and I'm very much persistent my undergraduate students to learn them. But for you, for people and graduate study and executive business education, it's the time to look at something what's going on now. Now it's uncertainty around merging and demerging. Company just, they they buy each other, they sell each other, they merge, then they decide that it's enough. And sometimes we just don't understand even sense of all this. Sometimes it looks like shuffle for shuffle's sake. Of course, globalization and all these cultural differences or political or economic or other conditions, legal conditions of other countries made us think that we can, it's out of our control. It's just something what we cannot predict. For instance, if you deal with other countries where a new president and you have no clue how now the economy will be developed in this country and your business is there, this is what I mean. Yes, Tom Peters says that predictability is a thing of past, and technology today is one more factor of uncertainty, because it used to be like huge factories, huge plants, and again, assembly lines. It's fine because you can plan this, you can manage this. And what we can manage in internet, it's just different type of environment and different type of management. And consumers are nasty. They always want something. You try to do your best, and really fast they believe that it's norm. You do the best of the best, and they're, the very beginning they're kind of happy, and then they expect something new. And you have to always change your approach. So, Tom Peters is mad as hell. It's how he explained his feeling. And this is, I found in a different book of, if previous slide was based on Tom Peters' publication Thriving on Chaos, then this slide is based on his new book, is Reimagine. So, Enron, corruption government, New Orleans. So I don't have to explain what it means, why we so upset that the rules we used to believe and used to establish just failed. Let's see what's going on in the war. The USA sends $400 billion for the year in defense. At the same time, Iraqis were spending $1 billion a year. So this is why from the business point of view, having more or less equal kind of situation when one part spends 400 times more than other part, it means that this part is winning, and it's shame and it's horrible. That's why Tom Peters is so mad. So we do something wrong if we still spend 400 times more and have the same result. It means that we lose 400 times more. Our military, and Admiral Bill Owens explained, because our military structure today is essentially designed by Napoleon. And Rumsfeld explains the deadly strength of America's new adversaries in the very fluidity of their enemies, of our enemies. And so we can be upset, we can be mad, or we can learn how to deal with this. We can learn from maybe our enemies. We can learn from the nature around, which kind of know how to deal with, with all these unpredictable changes. This is what's going on around our organizations, around our regions, and the places where we live and operate. What's going on inside? Internal environments is also very much changeable. And first of all, we used to love, and I still love this book, In Search of Excellence, and a benchmarking approach. I like the benchmarking approach because we can look at something what is good in other companies and kind of, copy this idea, not like copy, but trying to apply in our own companies. And we always kind of establish the gap between what we want and what we like. Now, more and more practitioners and academicians believe that there are no excellent companies. The old saw, if it's I'm broke, don't fix it, need revision, because it's kind of a loser's approach.